Oh my god, thank God you guys found this channel and found this video. My name is Dave, and I want to specifically talk to anybody in the United States who lives in or around the state of Louisiana or anywhere near the New Madrid fault line. This shit I'm going to tell you guys is not getting coverage in the mainstream media. Just like Fukushima, the power plant, the nuclear power plant in Japan, which is leaking 400 tons of nuclear wastewater into the Pacific Ocean every day and killing everything in the ocean and poisoning the fish, which you guys are probably still eating. By the way, if you're eating tuna or fish that comes out of the Pacific Ocean, stop. You are eating radiation. Unless you're planning on supplementing with a shit ton of iodine, you guys are going to get cancer if you don't stop eating that shit right now. But I digress. The mainstream media is not covering that shit, which is the worst nuclear disaster, actually worse than Chernobyl, and they're also not covering the collapse of the Bayou Corne salt dome down in Louisiana. Basically, long story short, a company called Texas Brine a couple years ago was doing a drilling operation. They drilled too deep into the salt dome, they collapsed it caved in, it created a tiny little sinkhole at first, but that sinkhole has since grown to be like 200 football fields wide. You guys have to see the pictures. I'm going to put a link down below to the article I read this morning on beforeitsnews.com. Check it out. There's a before and after picture. You have to see it to believe it. This thing is leaking liquid methane into the fault line, the New Madrid fault line, which hasn't had a huge earthquake for like, I think, over 100 years. You guys can go look it up on Wikipedia. I'll put a Wikipedia link down below about the last New Madrid earthquake that happened. And it was a huge one. It's one that rivals some of the biggest earthquakes that have ever happened. And people living in the Midwest, in the U.S., don't even know that this thing could go and have the biggest quake ever again. And unlike last time when there's hardly anybody living along the fault line, this time there were millions and millions of people living along this thing. And you know what the government is doing about this? Nothing. In fact, they want it to happen. The elites, the shadow government, the rich bankers who run this world, they got all their underground bunkers. They're going to run and hide. That's what this U.S. government shutdown's about. They want this New Madrid earthquake to happen. They want millions and millions of people to die. They have a eugenics program going on called Agenda 21. You can look it up online, Agenda 21. And they want to get the population of this world down from like 7 billion people to like 500,000. So guess what that means? They don't want you to live. If you live in Louisiana or along the New Madrid fault line, you are a sitting duck. This thing could go off at any moment. Do you know what happens when a reaction happens with liquid butane and liquid methane, which is what's leaking in this sinkhole in the Bayou Corne area? It goes boom! The biggest explosion you've ever seen, and that in itself is enough to set off that fault line. I don't care where you live in the United States, if that thing goes, you're going to be feeling some tremors, man. So, if you guys are in Louisiana or anywhere along that fault line, like up in the New Madrid area in Tennessee, you need to get the fuck out. I'm warning you, get out. I'm going to put some more links down below to everything that's been happening. Texas Brine has been trying to pay off people to get the hell out of the area. Some people are staying home because they're loyal to their home and they don't want to leave. But please, for the love of God, if you live down there, you need to go. If it was up to me, and I'm not saying I live in the U.S., and if I was one of you guys, I would fucking pick up and leave too. But clearly, I'm down here in my basement. This is where my ammo and my food and my water is. I'm not going to say if I live anywhere in Louisiana. For all you know, I'm in Jamaica. It doesn't matter where I am. I'm staying put because this is where I got all the aforementioned supplies. And this is where I'm hunkering down for when shit hits the fan. It can hit the fan at any minute. You need to be prepared. If you're not like me with food and water, canned goods, dry goods saved up, you need to start saving them now, and you need to get ready because doom is literally at our doorsteps. Please listen to me. My name is Dave, and I'm trying to help you. Please.